Hello, welcome to IT Family's Daily Tech News. Here we talk about the latest tech news around the world. Apple is said to be planning an OLED Pro with an OLED display, but this will only happen next year. A report from DigiTimes says that Apple will use a 10.9-inch OLED panel for its iPad Pro 2022. According to the report, Apple is planning a 12.9-inch OLED iPad Pro and even a 16-inch OLED MacBook Pro next year. Even so, the report from DigiTimes raises many doubts, especially when many sources are pointing out that Apple's 2021 line of iPad Pro and MacBook Pro products adopt the new Mini LED display technology. Specifically, Apple may launch the first Mini LED iPad this month. The company will then roll the technology out to a redesigned 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro that uses Apple Silicon chips. This isn't the first time we've heard of the iPad OLED. A report from South Korea has said that the iPad OLED will be released in the second half of 2021. The DigiTimes report claims that Apple is experimenting with a mini LED display, micro LED, and OLED screen technologies for the iPad product line and My MacBook. Mini LED and micro LED as technologies that bring huge improvements to LCD displays, in both color quality and brightness. In particular, micro LED is expected to challenge OLED in terms of the best display technology, which requires much higher brightness, similar deep blacks, and no blowout. But micro LED is still in its infancy, while mini LED backlighting has been used in TVs in 2021 and is expected to appear on many tablets and laptops this year. As per Slashgear, the change comes days after bits of gossip propose Apple will before long present another iMac utilizing its own processor, featuring the likelihood that Apple will discard the iMac Pro line to change to the iMac line. A finding from 9 to 5 Mac says that the 27-inch Retina 5K iMac Pro is currently recorded on the Apple online store as available, but, while supplies last, when supplies are still available you won't have the option to arrange the custom choice. However, you can in any case purchase the basic for $4,999 with the alternative of a regularly scheduled installment plan. The change comes only days after a report from Apple Insider asserted that Apple had quit making a couple of its iMac models. This could be a move made to thin Apple's present setup, accounting for iMac models that are required to highlight Apple's own equipment. Since the production of some iMac models is accepted to have been suspended, clients will probably see new iMac models soon. These iMac models utilize a similar Apple M1 processor as some new Macintoshes. The question is whether the iMac M1 launch event will take place around WWDC 2021 is still unclear, but some leaks confirm the new iMac will come with some major design changes, including thinner bezels and the boxy design. Toward the beginning of February, Mozilla Firefox turned into the emphasis of consideration on an occurrence including the company's logo. A few fans on social media have griped about the progressions to the logo. Clearly, the Firefox is not, at this point in the new plan, however, as Mozilla clarifies, that's false. Everything started from a post on Twitter, however, misconstruing the significance of the logos that Mozilla has appeared in the blog entry. Obviously, when the article turned into a web sensation caused an influx of backfire from faithful Mozilla clients, that the logo eliminates the Firefox picture. The organization must choose the option to take an action to clarify what's going on. As Mozilla brings up, the new logo without a fox is just a logo for the Firefox marking, not products identified with Firefox, in particular the more extensive product category past the browser product category. Firefox today isn't only a web browser, and that is something that clients should acknowledge later on. Since a Chromium-based redesign in January 2020, the Microsoft Edge browser is getting better with new updates like vertical tabs and Startup Boost. According to Bleeping Computer, vertical tabs was first introduced last year, and the feature has been designed to move the tab bar from top to left along a vertical layout, and users can switch between old and new layouts with just one click. Later this month, vertical tabs will also get drag and drop support, allowing users to drag links from an open tab and drop it onto the vertical tab's sidebar. Sadly, users still cannot access both the standard layout and the portrait layout at the same time. But most notably, the newly offered Startup Boost feature automatically maximizes device performance by reducing browser opening time after it restarts or reopens the browser. The Startup Boost feature works by automatically launching the Microsoft Edge background process when a user logs on to Windows. When Microsoft Edge launches, the background process will quickly launch a browser window to interact with. When the Windows browser is closed, the Microsoft Edge background process will continue to run while it waits for the browser to be restarted. The Startup Boost feature will be enabled automatically in the coming weeks, and Microsoft believes boot times will improve by 29% to 41% with this feature. If you don't like Startup Boost, users can access their settings menu and navigate to the system page to turn it off or on. Apple is planning to host a virtual event on March 23, where Apple will introduce a new iPad, AirPod 3, AirTags, a new iMac Pro and MacBook Pro. These leaks comes from John Prosser and Mac Rumors. According to John, Apple would therefore present 3 products, a new iPad, AirPods 3, and AirTags. And the products which are ready are AirTags, iPad Pro, AirPods, and Apple TV. The latest beta of iOS 14.5 added the Find feature for all users, a good indicator that the release of Apple's Bluetooth tracking product, AirTags, is imminent. More recently, a leak revealed the high price of the future Apple tracker. Rumors says that there is an update to the iPad Pro lineup, possibly with improved display technology and a faster A14X chip. Apple refreshed the iPad Pro last year with the addition of a lidar probe. There have also been leaked about the new third-generation AirPods, which will adopt many features taken from the AirPods Pro as well as the same design. However, the latter should not benefit from active noise reduction functionality. As a reminder, a drastically redesigned iMac with thinner edges and Apple Silicon internals is slated for release this year, with the recent iMac Pro shutdown suggesting it should happen fairly quickly. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you don't miss any video.